Season 3 of Euphoria just dropped, well, the first episode, and I thought it'd be a fun time and a little bit of a switch up for my type of content to review a TV show that's not horror. I'm excited to do something different, and I just recently finished watching like all the episodes that I kind of skipped through in the past seasons, and now I'm fully caught up. Episode 1 of Season 3 is called Andale, which I don't really know what that means, but maybe we'll get some context into that. So it is a 5-year time jump. Rue is still owing money for Lori because if you remember in last season, her mom flushed the party favors, like the full suitcase full of it, and she's been on the run, but now Lori and her goons are after Rue. And so Rue and Faye, they are working with Lori and just, trafficking the party favors and all that. And just trying to, find her way out of this situation, but there's really no way out. She owes $100,000 and she's already so in deep that I don't think Lori will let her go. We jump to Cassie and Nate, which they have a house together now. Nate took over his father's construction business. And Cassie is, of course, wanting to be an OF star. And she's dressing like a puppy dog, which is just kind of weird and creepy. Like, I didn't like the whole puppy dog thing. I tried not to judge, so to each their own. But, like, it just was really, I shouldn't say creepy. It was just cringe. Like, Cassie and Sydney Sweeney are just really cringe. I can't stand her as an actress, and like her character is just so annoying after season 2. They're planning their wedding over like a dinner, and she wants to spend $50,000 on flowers. He thinks that's insane. She pitches the idea of doing OF, and like he refuses, but then she kind of, uses her manipulating tactics, which she knows how to work Nate at this point. It's been a 5-year time jump, so he ends up just caving in and wants to see the photos of her inspiration that she wanted to show him originally. So it's interesting to see their dynamic. I'm not in love with it so far. It's definitely something that lowers this episode for me. Like, I just don't think their chemistry is as strong this season. And, like, I don't know. Just, I can't stand Sydney Sweeney. I love Jacob Elordi, though, so it's kind of, like, balances out a little bit. Rue ends up visiting Lexi, and they kind of get to have, like, a throwback moment. It seems like they've been able to be friends, like, casual friends, at least throughout the years, and be, the crutch on each other, like, in certain times. Rue is door dashing throughout, and Lexi's trying to give her, like, advice, but Rue doesn't really want to take it. It seems like Rue is sober at this point. Let me know if I missed that, if, like, she says that she wasn't, but, like, she seems sober, so it's cool to see her and Lexi in a good spot. And unfortunately, we learned that Fez did go to prison, obviously, from how last season ended with Ashtray and, the police coming in and all that. And also, unfortunately, in real life, Angus Cloud passed away from an OD of some sort. And it's just really unfortunate that he couldn't be in this season or, here with us still. And you definitely feel his absence in this episode and probably the whole season. Maddie is the manager for the Stars, which is kind of cool. Kind of like a different approach to her character. I wasn't really expecting her to like want to take orders from people, but I guess she's not really like an assistant. She's the manager, and she gets a good cut. I believe they say 10%. So we see her making some money from a gig. And then she ends up meeting with Lexi and telling her what Jules is up to. We learned that Jules is in art school, but she is also a sugar baby, which, no shame, go do your thing, girl. And Maddie makes a funny little joke, and it's just, it's a little catch-up of where Jules is at, but we don't see Hunter Schafer or Jules in this episode, which I find pretty interesting. I heard that she has, like, a limited run in the show, but it's like very impactful, and that she's in a lot of runtime in those 3 episodes that she's possibly in. So let's hope that she, has a good conclusion, because she's one of my favorite characters. She hits close to home, of course. So I think she definitely deserves, to have a main character moment and have an arc that concludes. And hopefully her and Rue end up together. I doubt that. I think they're better off as friends, and that was just kind of like a side, like a side quest from older seasons, but that could be cute if they end up together in like their euphoric world. I have to be real with you guys. So far, I give the show probably a 6 out of 10. It's interesting for sure, but like there's just not enough for me to really grasp like where the show's gonna go and how excited I am for it, because there's just so many different elements. I did also forget to mention that Rue is turning to Christianity because on one of her like party favor deliveries, she meets a Christian family and thinks like this is her journey to sobriety and being sober. So that was interesting. That's a little bit something new. I wish Jules was in this more, so that's what makes it, can't be higher than a 6. And then also Maddie, sorry, not Maddie. I did like her, but she only had a little bit of time. Cassie and Nate, they just, I didn't like their dynamic. Like, it didn't feel as genuine as it did when they were just dating in high school. So I wonder how that's going to be portrayed later on in the series, because, yeah, that part dumbed it down for me, and just, I just didn't enjoy that part, but there's a lot of substance that I think could grow with us in this series, in this final season, so let's hope they take it there and do it tastefully and keep us surprised. Like, I'm gonna have low expectations because I really wasn't a diehard fan of Euphoria, and still I'm not, but like I enjoy it, and I think there's some good stories to be told, so let's just cross our fingers that this is concluded in a proper manner.